This is the Addison's disease. So the adrenal gland releases too little of the hormone cortisol and sometimes the aldosterone. So the common symptoms ito is the weakness, the fatigue, abdominal pain, weight loss, nausea, low blood pressure, darkened skin, salt craving, dizziness upon standing, and depression. Okay, so next from Addison's disease, as we have the hypopituitarism. So the pituitary gland releases little or no hormone. So women, mas common ito sa mga babae, yung may ganitong condition, tumitigil yung kanilang period. Okay? So the next one, we have the pituitary tumors. So sa may bandang utak yan. So isa din sa mga pinaka-delikado. So it is the abnormal growth that can develop in pituitary gland. Ayan, kagaya nung sinasabi ko kanina, pag sobra-sobra lagi yung hormone na nasisikret ng gland natin, pwede yung ma-develop into tumor, just like this pituitary tumor. So it can cause fatigue, unexplained weight loss or weight gain, extremely cases minsan yung iba nabubulag, and minsan, itong pituitary tumors, wala siyang ano, symptoms. Hmm? Next one, we have the Cushing's disease. So ito yung sobrang lumalaki yung ibang part ng katawan na parang nagiging makapal na taba. So it is because of the overproduction of pituitary gland hormone leads to an overactive adrenal gland. So in 1932, we have this Harvey Cushing described 8 patients with central body obesity. So yan, yung may mga iba't ibang part na sobrang tumataba talaga. Glucose intolerance, hypertension, excess hair growth, osteoporosis, kidney stone, menstrual irregularity, and emotional liability. So, yun yung mga nangyayari sa mga taong may Cushing's. Then the next one, we have the pheochromocytoma. So, ito yung tinatawag natin na the 10% tumor. Okay, so tinatawag siya na 10% tumor because of those reasons. Number one, it is malignant. 90% of this one is not harmful. So 10% lang sa mga ganitong cases ang harmful. It is also bilateral, found in both adrenal glands. So 90% are arise in just one of the two adrenal glands. It is extra-adrenal, found within nervous tissue outside of the adrenal gland. And 90% nito ang nagkakaroon ay matatanda and 10% children. Familial, 10% will have a family member with the same type of tumor. But usually parang namamana siya. We have the recur, 10% of, or slightly less will come back 5 to 10 years later. So bumabalik yung sakit. So bumabalik itong tumor na to. And it is associated with Men's syndrome. So mamaya discuss natin ano yung Men's syndrome. And present with a stroke. O syempre sa may bandang brain natin yan. So 10% of these tumors are found after the patient has a stroke. So may chance. So maraming pag-aaral dito na kung saan it is always 10%. Kaya ang tawag sa kanya ay 10%. Then the next one, we have the pheochromocytoma. So ito yung tinatawag natin na the 10% tumor. Okay, so tinatawag siya na 10% tumor because of those reasons. Number one, it is malignant. 90% of this one is not harmful. So 10% lang sa mga ganitong cases ang harmful. It is also bilateral, found in both adrenal glands. So 90% are arise in just one of the two adrenal glands. It is extra-adrenal, found within nervous tissue outside of the adrenal gland. And 90% nito ang nagkakaroon ay matatanda and 10% children. Familial, 10% will have a family member with the same type of tumor. But usually parang namamana siya. We have the recur, 10% of, or slightly less will come back 5 to 10 years later. So bumabalik yung sakit. So bumabalik itong tumor na to. And it is associated with Men's syndrome. So mamaya discuss natin ano yung Men's syndrome. And present with a stroke. O syempre sa may bandang brain natin yan. So So 10% of these tumors are found after the patient has a stroke. So may chance. So maraming pag-aaral dito na kung saan it is always 10%. Kaya ang tawag sa kanya ay 10%. Next one is yung tinatawag natin the MEN1 or the multiple endocrine neoplasia type. So ito yung iba't ibang endocrine gland natin nagkakaroon ng abnormality na sabay-sabay. So this is a rare genetic condition that is passed through the family. So in short, namamana siya. They cause tumors of the parathyroid, adrenal, and thyroid glands leading to overproduction of hormone. So ibig sabihin, itong parathyroid, adrenal, and thyroid glands, sabay-sabay nagpo-produce ng sobrang hormone. And pagka nangyari yon, doon ka magkakaroon ng the multiple endocrine neoplasia type. So individuals who inherit the gene for MEN1 have increased chance of developing overactivity and enlargement of certain endocrine glands. So yun yung tipong parang namamaga. The endocrine glands most commonly affected by MEN1 are the parathyroid glands, the pancreas, and the pituitary. Okay, so yun yung pinaka-common na naaapektuhan. So paano naman, meron pa kasi tayong tinatawag na MEN2. Nagkaiba lang sila sa organ affected. So sa MEN2 naman, ang affected na organ, we have the thyroid gland, so the adrenal gland, and the parathyroid gland. So it is the multiple endocrine neoplasia type 2. It is very uncommon inherited disease. So namamana din ito. Kung titingnan niyo yung picture, ang parang nangyayari, nagkakaroon siya ng maliliit na tumpok na bukol-bukol sa likod, sa may bandang spinal cord dyan, sa may bandang batok, saka sa dila. Okay? So medyo nabutan ako. So individuals who inherit the gene of MEN2 will develop overactivity and enlargement of certain endocrine glands. So ayan, yung mga enlarged, yung mga gland na lumalaki or namamaga, those are the parathyroid, the adrenal, and the okay, so that is the MEN2 disease. The next one is the low testosterone or the hypogonadism. So if you have low testosterone level, you may begin to notice the following signs or symptoms. So ito yata yung impotent. The first symptoms is decreased sex drive or mababa yung libido. Kumbaga, ito ang isa sa mga sakit na ayaw naming mga lalaki. Kasi wala. Yung iba, parang pakiramdam, nakakabawas sa pagkalalaki yung sakit na to. So the next symptoms is poor or no erections at all. So erectile dysfunction or impotence. The third one is the enlarged breast and the low sperm count. So disease and disorder din pala ng ating endocrine system. So the low testosterone, so kokonte ang hormone na sinisecrete ng ating. So next is we have the Turner syndrome. So Turner syndrome is a condition that affects approximately 1 of every 2,000 girls. So rare ang sakit na ito and hindi common. It is caused by the complete or partial lack of one of the female sex chromosome. So kung meron tayong hypogonadism, ito naman yung mga nangyayari sa bae. So parang may dito eh. If I'm not mistaken, the Turner syndrome, may nawawalang chromosome. Okay, this results in a range of complications including stunted growth and development, an increased risk of heart and kidney problems, and infertility. Kung so papansin, parang banat na banat yung leg niya, yung balat. Okay? So iba siya sa dwarfism. Ang kinaibahan nito sa dwarfism, eto, meron agad internal or meron agad diseases sa iba't ibang organ and meron agad siyang complication. So we have this one, the PCOS. Yung iba ang tawag is PCOS. So this is a polycystic ovary syndrome. So kadalasan itong nangyayari sa mga kababaihan, lalo na yung irregular datnan. Okay, so the overproduction of androgen interfere with the development of eggs and the release from the female ovary. Polycystic ovary syndrome is a common condition that causes a range of symptoms, including irregular period, again, as sinabi ko kanina, unwanted hair growth, acne, and weight problem. Symptoms may start when you first get your period, but sometimes don't begin until your early to mid-20s. Madami kong kilala na merong ganito, polycystic ovary syndrome. In trivia, share ko lang din bukod sa hormonal imbalance nito, na trivia lang you correct me if I'm wrong, nagiging factor din yung ginagamit na napkin. Kasi most of the napkin, kung iso-search mo siyang mabuti, para siyang gawa sa plastic. So, search nyo din para sa mga kababaihan. Trivia lang naman yun. So, next, hindi naman siya disease, hindi naman siya disorder. The menopause. Normal na nangyayari ito, lalo na sa mga tumatanda. Okay? So, menopause is a normal part of aging. Pero, ito kasi, it refers to the time when ovarian reproductive function ends. So, normal naman siya. Nga lang, pwede din dito mag-start yung osteoporosis. Okay? So, when a woman's ovaries stop producing egg and making the hormones estrogen and progesterone, menopause is retrospectively diagnosed 1 year after your last period. The hormone changes that occur after menopause increase the risk for bone thinning. So yun nga, pagka menopause ka na, prone ka na sa pagkakuba. Kadalasan naman ang nakikita kong nakukuba, babae. So ito yung mga symptoms pagka malapit ka na mag-menopause. Number 1, palagi kang bad mood. Gusto ko, kahit naman yata din nag-menopause ng babae, laging bad mood. Next, anger, laging galit, naiirita, fatigue, maraming pakiramdam, pagod, mababa na din ang libido, sometimes bloated, and mainitin ang ulo. So, yun yung mga symptoms ng menopause. So, that ends my topic and my part 2 presentation, the endocrine system disorder. So, i-upload ko ito sa YouTube as per instruction ni Dr. Sunny De Leon para mapanood nyo rin. And sakaling meron akong kulang sa diniscuss, pwede nyo din naman i-share. And pwede ko din ituro sa inyo paano yung ginawa kong webcam na connected sa PowerPoint presentation. Actually, 2 application lang yun. Nito ko lang din natutunan. So, meron akong mga mali sa explanation, meron akong kulang, pwede din natin i-discuss yon pag nagkita-kita ulit tayo sa classroom. So, for the meantime, pagpasensyahan nyo na rin na medyo makakuan yung boses ko. Kasi ako sanay nag-video ng sarili ko habang nag-discuss. So, this is my first time. So, kung gusto nyo, subscribe na din kayo, baka maging vlogger na din ako. So, this ends my topic, the endocrine system, parts, function, and disorder. So, goodbye.